Hello everyone. Welcome to ECJ Square T channel. Vanakkam, Namaskar, Swagatam, Vandanam. So today we will see about the concept of frequency reuse channel. So a radio channel consists of a pair of frequencies, one for each direction of transmission that is used for full duplex operation. So when we take a channel, that channel consists of a pair of frequencies. So a particular radio channel, say F1, used in one geographical zone to call a cell, say C1, with the coverage radius R can be used in another cell with the same coverage radius at a distance D away. So frequency reuse is the core concept of the cellular mobile system. So in this frequency reuse system, users in different geographical areas, they use the same frequencies. So simultaneously use the same frequencies. So the frequency reuse system can drastically increase the spectrum utilization because we are using same frequencies in different locations. But when we are using the same frequencies in the different locations, the design should be designed in such a way that there is no interference occurs. So the interference which occurs in this particular frequency reuse concept is co-channel interference. So for example, if you take this, this is one cell site C1, and this is another cell site, the same C1, but in different geographical areas. So this is one geographical area, and this is one geographical area. And this is a distance, D is the distance between two geographical areas. If the distance is less, like this, for example, if there is no distance, then definitely because we are using the same frequencies simultaneously, the subscribers are using the same frequencies. If there is no, for example, if there is no distance, D is equals to 0, then interference, the probability of interference to occur is high. Okay, it is 100%, I can say. So we need to maintain a distance D, and this is the radius for that cell site geographical chart, and this is the frequency which both these cells are using. Okay, so Q is equals to D by R. This is one ratio. Okay. So we need to maintain this D in such a way that there is no co-channel interference. So all these criteria will be seen before designing the. So before designing all the parameters, this mobile radio system, so these are all will be taken care. So in this, in order to accomplish this, in order to avoid the co-channel interference, crosstalks, there are three blocks, I can say, or three characteristics or three measures. So that is frequency reuse schemes and frequency reuse distance, number of customers in that system. So if we take care of these three, we can avoid interference which is present in frequency reuse concept. Okay. So frequency reuse schemes. So what is that schemes present in frequency reuse schemes? Like the frequency reuse concept can be used in the time domain and even in the space domain. So frequency used in the time domain results in the occupation of the same frequency in different time slots, and this is called as TDM. So TDM, time division multiplexing. So what is that? Frequencies frequency reuse in the time domain results in the occupation of same frequency in different time slots. So in different time slots, we are going to use that frequency, same frequency. That is what the frequency reuse concept says. So here in frequency reuse concept, they use TDM, okay, time division multiplexing. So frequency reuse in the space domain can be divided into two categories. So in TDM, we will be directly using, but if we are, see, for example, the very first approach is TDM, that is time domain. If we are using time domain, then we can directly go for TDM and we can accomplish our things. But if you are going to use the space domain, okay, then we can't directly access it. Okay, So space domain, if we are going to uh, implement this in space domain, then we need to take care of this too. Same frequency assigned in different two geographical areas. Okay, same frequency assigned in two different geographical areas such as AM or FM radio station using the same frequency in different cities. So what I already told na here, this D, we need to maintain it. So what it is saying, in different cities, you keep it. So definitely in different cities means that D will be maintained. For that case only, they are saying to maintain two different frequencies in different geographical areas, that is different cities. Okay, so same frequency repeatedly used in the same general area in system, the scheme is used in cellular systems. So that is, again, it is the frequency reuse concept is itself using frequencies simultaneously, the same frequency. So what, how to use it, they are saying. So space domain, if it is the time domain, then directly we can access because we have TDM techniques and we can continue with that. But in space, we need to take that frequency, same frequency in two different cities so that interference won't occur. So same frequency repeatedly used in the same general area, the scheme is used in cellular systems. So there are many co-channel cells in the systems. So the total frequency spectrum allocation is divided into K frequency reuse. So they are saying that to split it and use the frequencies. Okay, so that is they said na, divide the geographical area. That is what this. See, for example, if you take this, see, we are splitting this geographical area is there. So why they are using this hexagonal shape means in order to cover all the look and corner of all the geographical area and to boost the, see, if we maintain this shape, definitely every area in that particular geographical area will get the antenna strength. That's why they are following this hexagonal pattern. And that hexagonal pattern also, if see, it is here it is shown that K is equals to 4. That means this 1, this 2, this 3, this 4. So these are all belongs to one geographical area. And these are all belongs to another geographical area. Okay. So here K value is 4. Okay. See here. Here, this one R is there. Na? So I already told Q is equals to D by R. Okay, here it is. So here one geographical area, K is equals to 7. See, here, if you install one antenna here, it will cover all this. Like that it is designed. Here also, if you cover, if one antenna is installed here, so these are all will get this thing. Okay. So 7, actually 7 is the minimal and not minimal. It is the efficient way of way to cover all the geographical area. And this one is the radius and this one is distance between the two. So you always, if you are taking one as the reference, then all the system need to be taken one as the reference and we need to design accordingly. So in this cell, we are taking one as reference. And if you take in this cell 2 as reference and then you are measuring the distance, then again they might have a 2 here. The 2 is after 1. It's okay, fine. If the 2 is present here, then the distance will become less than this one. Then again, there is a possibility that co-channel interference may occur. So if the K value is 7, then Q value will become 4.7. That is what here we'll see it. So the frequency reuse distance T can be determined. So we already told on D, we need to maintain it. So how to calculate that D, that is nothing but D is equals to root 3K into R. Okay, so this K we will be, while designing, we will be taking that geographical areas, how they are splitted, cell splitting is there, no? So accordingly, we'll get this K value. And R, yes, we have that radius. So distance, how much we need to keep, we will calculate it. So K is the frequency. If it is K is 4, then we automatically get 3.46 R. So if it is 7, 4.6 R. These are all standard values. So for cell splitting, first the minimum is 4, next to 7, next to 12, next 19. So like that it goes. Okay, so number of customers in the system. So how to calculate the number of customers? So there again, we face many problems because we need to serve as many subscribers as possible. So when we design a system, the traffic conditions in the area during a busy hour are some of the parameters that will help determine both the sizes of different cells and the number of channels in them. So the maximum number of calls per hour per cell is driven by the traffic conditions at each particular cell. Okay. After the maximum number of frequency channels per cell has been implemented in each cell. Okay. Then the maximum number of calls per hour can be taken care of in each cell. So now they take the maximum number of calls per hour in each cell. So number of calls per hour in each cell is Qi. Okay. So Qi is nothing but number of maximum number of calls per hour in each cell. So the number of Qi is nothing but maximum number of calls per hour in a cell is Qi. Okay. So we'll consider it. So when we solve this example, you definitely will understand what it is. Okay, assume that 60% of the car phones will be used during the busy hours. On average, one call per phone is 0.6. So this neta C is number of calls. That means during the busy hour. So how much will be using the busy hour? So on average, one call per phone. So average, they will be taking average one call per phone. So if we consider 60% of it is used, then neta C value will be 0.6. Okay. So this is the parameters they consider and they take it. So the total allowed subscriber traffic MT can be obtained. So easily we can obtain MT. So in this example, during this is one example we consider it. So what it says is during a busy hour, the number of calls per hour Qi for each of 10 cells is, see, for 10 cells, they are giving Qi separately. So Qi for 2000, for second cell it is 1500, for third cell it is 3000, for fourth cell 500, the fifth cell 1000, like that it goes on. So for 10 cells, they are giving Qi separately. Okay, so assume that 60% of the car phones will be used during this period. So it is saying that 60% is used. That means neta is 0.6. Okay, and that one call is made per call phone. So summing overall QIs gives the QT. So what actually we need to calculate MT, right? So the total allowed subscriber traffic we need to find it out. So here what we need to MT. MT means total subscribers allowed. We need to calculate. So for that, first we need to take it QT. QT is whole thing. Here we are getting cell wise. For one cell, they are giving the QI. So we need to write the Q. First, we need to calculate QT. So how we will get the total calls? that we will get summing over all Qi gives the total of Qt. That means summation of I is equals to 1 to 10 cells, Qi, you will get the Qt. That means when we sum up all these 10 cells value, we will be getting 17200. Okay. This is measured in calls per hour. Okay. So next what we need to see, MT, how we will get Qt by neta C. Okay, Qt by neta C, if we calculate, we will get, that is 17200 by 0.6. So if we will get, if we calculate this, we will get the number of subscribers allowed in that cell, we will get. So how much it will sums up to 28667. So the answer is 28667. So total 28,000, nearly 29,000 subscribers can be allowed in that particular zone. So which is a very efficient one, right? So we are also using a frequency reuse concept. So it will be very efficient and cell model design. Okay. We will meet you in the next, I will meet you in the next video. Bye-bye. Have a nice day.